Hello everyone and welcome to Freeman Jones episode 2. At the end of episode 1, Celia had got rather fed up with talking to our IT expert and so told him that she needed to do some work. "How was your meeting?" he asked a bit later. "It was just a quick chat," said Celia. "I'm having lunch now." "Okay, good. What are you having?" "A salad and a roll," she said. "And our man disappointed by saying, 'You made it yourself?' A not. Sounds yummy." "The salad, yes," she said. "Wow! Nice. How old is your son? I'm really interested to know you better." "Dan is 30, she said. "You're beautiful too, I'm not going to lie." "That's very kind of you," said Celia. "You're welcome. It was nice to talk to you," she said. "Same here. Hope we can do this more often." "I'm sure we can." "Thank you," he said, and sent her a photograph. "Can you send me a picture?" "I already told you, I think," she said, "that I don't put pictures online. The university's cybersecurity unit regularly tell us never to send photos to anyone online." "Oh, okay, I understand. But we can get to know each other more better." "Of course we can," said Celia. "If you're comfortable with me, it's fine. Your beauty attracted me. Have you dated after your husband passed on?" "A couple of times," she said. "Nothing serious." "Okay. Didn't go well?" "I guess not," she said. "I have to get back to work now. I'll talk to you when I get home." "Okay. Have a lovely day." "Hi." "Hi," she said. "I'm home now." "Okay, how was your day?" "I'm at the office, but I'm free to text. I had an unscheduled meeting with one of the college principals. Apart from that, it was fairly quiet this afternoon. How's your day?" "Well, my day is going good. I'm going to the storeroom to inspect some ammunitions," said our computer man. "Okay. What do you have to inspect them for?" she asked. "To know if they're new and good." "How can you tell if they're good?" she asked. You can tell this conversation's going downhill, ladies and gentlemen, can't you? "LOL, it's my job." "Why is that part of your job? What do you do?" "I'm in charge of scanning the ammunitions." "Interesting. What's your job title?" Our man remembered. "An IT specialist." "Then why are you inspecting ammunitions?" "Yes, I have idea about it. That's why they always involve me." "You have idea about it?" she said. "What does that mean?" "I know about ammunitions." "Okay." "You ask me too many questions," he said, as all scammers do when you start trying to poke into the jobs they don't have, because they have no idea what they're talking about. "Apologise for being interested in you," she said. "No, I like it," he said hastily. "I was trying to have a proper conversation." "I'm getting to know you more," he said. "But if you prefer to stick to serious issues, such as your favourite colour, please let me know." "Just ask me whatever you want," he said. "Okay," she said. And so he called her again. Hello again.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm also interested in getting to know you.
Okay, what do you want to know?
What do you say?
I said, what do you want to know?
Well, anything interesting, I'm not this kind of, I'm just kind of a shy person. I don't really ask much questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So have you spoken to your daughter this evening?
Yeah, I have. She's doing good. I have.
Okay. Does she know what she wants to do when she leaves school?
What do you say?
I said, does she know yet what she wants to do when she leaves school?
Yeah, well, she told me she want to start her own business, that she don't want to work for nobody. She want to be a boss of her own.
That doesn't tell me what she wants to do, though, does it?
Yeah, no, I won't force her. I won't tell her what she want to do. She just told me that she want to do her own business. So
But she doesn't actually know what she wants to do.
yeah, I'm not yet.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
What's she
Well,
good at? What kind of things does she like doing?
what do you say?
What's she good at? What kind of things does she like doing?
Well, she is good. She do sports. She play she play basketball. But yeah, she play basketball, and she also Yeah, I know she played basketball very well, and she do go for she do dance too.
Oh, okay. What kind of dancing?
Yeah,
What kind of dancing does she like?
yeah, like a ballet dance.
Oh gosh, she does basketball and ballet dancing. My goodness, unusual combination. I would have thought.
Is it awful?
I said unusual combination. I would have thought.
Yeah, yeah, that's our own uniqueness.
I guess it is. Yes.
So, what about your son?
My son, he's an accountant.
Yeah, isn't it?
He's an accountant.
Wow, that's great. An accountant.
Are you eating
That's
something?
good. How old is this? No, not eating.
What are you doing? What are all those noises I can hear?
Yeah, I'm just walking and I'm just walking around in the base.
Oh, okay. So what are you actually doing? Oh, you said, didn't you?
What you say?
I said, what are you actually doing?
I'm just, I'm just walking. I just came out of my office, so I'm working around. I'm going to meet my other colleagues, so
Oh, okay.
want to play. Yeah, want to play some games.
Play some games?
Yeah,
You're not at work then?
like a break.
Sorry, like what?
I don't like. We're on our break right now.
Are you on your break? Oh, okay. Who's that with you?
What you say?
I said, who's that with you? I can hear someone talking to you.
Yeah, I told you I'm working in the base. Yeah, you're talking to me.
Right, and you sure you're not eating?
I'm not eating.
Okay, if you say so. Sounds as if you are. So what were you doing before you were on your break?
I thought I told you. I went to the store because some ammunition was coming in, so I was at the store.
Okay, and that's part of your job as an
Yeah,
IT. That's part of your job as an IT specialist.
yeah. I do that too,
All right. Okay.
and I also help in the yeah.
Yeah.
I also help in the fitness section too.
Yeah. Yes, you did say that earlier on. Yes.
How was your day today?
Oh, it was all right. It was a bit busy this afternoon. Well, actually, we're not busy at this time of the year usually. This is probably our quietest time. The really busy times are, well, the autumn is our busiest time because we have one lot of students arriving, and then all the university applications go in when people start school in September. So, sort of September to March, well, September to Christmas is our busy time for the new students, and then it'll pick up again in the next couple of weeks once we get more applications for next year's intake. But it's always quiet immediately after Christmas. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All
I'm
right.
still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. You really did a lot today.
Well, this morning I was sorting out a load of spreadsheets. I haven't quite finished. I got a bit bored with them.
Yeah, you told me it was kind of tedious for you, something like that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'll probably do some more tomorrow morning. I find with something like that, if you try and do too much at once, you kind of go cross-eyed, and then you just make it worse.
Oh, okay. I understand.
I'm not very good with repetitive tasks.
You teach me more of your job.
Sorry, can I
I said you're gonna. I said you teach me some of your job.
teach you some of my job?
Yeah, like you told me more about it. Like I want to know.
Future me interrupting again here. If you tell a scammer too many details about your own job, there's a very high chance that they're going to try to use that as their next job when they're trying to scam another potential victim. Celia wasn't going to give him the lowdown, and even if they do try to pinch what you've said, they're never going to be able to go beyond what you've told them because, as always, they have no idea what the job really involves. Well, what else do you want to know? I spend a lot of time on meetings with people all around the world. Various schools call us because they want to know what the admissions policy is for their students, or especially with overseas students applying for funding, getting visas, how long they're allowed to stay in the UK, can they work in the holidays, or do we have to send them home, finding them accommodation. Sorry?
I thought that was so much, like so much work for like one person.
Oh, there's 5 of us.
What did you say?
There are 5 of us. I don't handle all the admissions for the entire university on my own.
That's great. I guess you get good pay then because I can say the work is kind of. I think you get good pay because the work is kind of tedious, you know. So they'll gotta pay you well.
That's all right.
Huh?
I said it's all right. I wouldn't say it's well paid. It's an administrative job, you know. Don't earn a lot of money, but it's.
Because yeah, I know in the United States, like the teaching profession, I know the teachers they get paid very well. So I don't know how it is in the UK.
I'm not a teacher.
What did you say?
I'm not a teacher.
No, I just say like an educational line, it's in education, the government always take care of that, like the college, the university, stuff like that. So,
It's very hard to hear you. You don't seem to have a very good signal.
yeah, and the signal here is not that good.
No, it's not.
Good. Yeah, the weather's kind of bad here in the United States.
Which is very, very strange for a military base in San Francisco, don't you think?
I know. The weather is kind of bad here. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you'd think they'd have one of the best signals in the world for their military staff to communicate, wouldn't you?
No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like it's our main base. It's just like how will I put it?
In fact, I think as you're in charge of logistics, you probably should do some research into getting yourself a better signal for the whole base.
Yeah, we're working on that too.
Yes.
Yeah, we're working on that.
I really think you should be. Perhaps you should speak to Elon Musk. He might do something. Might help you out.
Oh, yeah, sure. So what do you do on your free time? Like, what do you do for fun? Like, what do you do? Or like, what's your hobby?
So I really can't hear you very well.
I said, what's your hobby? Like, what do you do on your free time?
Oh, I knew we'd get on to all the important questions. I like it. Underwater yogic chairlifting and international stitch counting. What do you do in your free time?
I mean, I don't really do much. Like I told you, if I'm not working, I'm at the gym. So I go I spend more of my time at the gym. Yeah. Maybe when I'm free, I do go bowling. With my daughter. I go bowling.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. More football.
Yeah. Who are all those people shouting in the background? It's hard to hear you.
Okay, let me move. Let me be a bit far from there. You can hear me now?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. So, like I said, I go bowling like on my free time. If I'm on the gym, I go bowling with my daughter.
No, I can still hear a lot of echoing or feedback or something.
Oh, God. You know what? Can you give me a minute? I'll call you back.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'll call you back.
You disappeared, said Celia, about 15 minutes later when he hadn't called her. I'm going to call my son and then go for a shower. Hi, gorgeous, he said after Celia had gone to bed and tried calling her. You called me in the middle of the night, she said the next morning. Yes. Good morning. Why? I wanted to have a little chat with you. So you thought you'd call me when I'm asleep. Good plan. Plan? What do you mean? He asked. Calling me when I'm asleep because you wanted a little chat. I didn't know you was asleep. Oh, you're usually awake at midnight, are you? What time do you get up in the morning? And now our man is about to tie himself up in knots, and the conversation was about to go downhill rapidly. I get up at 6 a.m, he said. I usually get up at 7 and go to bed around 11 p.m, said Celia. How are you doing today? He asked. I'm fine, thanks. Awesome, he said in reply to her saying she went to bed at 11 and got up at 7. Yes, I like my 8 hours sleep. I sleep for that long too. Ladies and gentlemen, Scammer mathematics at its finest for an IT specialist is about to be demonstrated. Of course you do, said Celia. LOL, yeah, you're off to work? I'm just getting ready. I usually walk. It's less than 10 minutes to work. You don't have a car? I do. Okay, you prefer to walk? It's good to get some fresh air, don't you think? Yes, of course, and it keeps you fit. How many hours do you work? The usual 9 to 5. How many hours do you work? I work 15 hours. 15 hours a day or a week? In a day, but not every day. Okay, that's 15 and he's asleep for 8. How long do you spend in the gym before you go to work on those days? 2 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, get out enough fingers and toes to add 15, 8 and 2. Okay, said Celia. So on those days, you don't shower or eat or do anything other than gym work, sleep, I see. How many days a week do you work 15 hours? 3 times in a week, he said, because this days I'm on night duties, he said, realising what time it was meant to be in Los Angeles. Okay, said Celia, is your maths good enough to add 15 plus 2 plus 8? The 15 hours you work, the 2 hours in the gym, the 8 hours you sleep. Assume you live, work and go to the gym all in the same place, so it takes you no time to get from one to the other. I told you that I stay in the base. And 15 hours is not every day. I'm not sure if that means you can't add 15 plus 2, the hours you told me you spend in the gym on the days you work 15 hours, plus 8, the hours you told me you sleep. And in reply to him saying, and 15 is not every day, she said, you said 3 days a week. And in reply to her saying, I'm not sure if that means you can't add all those numbers, he said, yes. Let's just assume your maths isn't good, said Celia. If I can't meet up, I don't go to the gym. I don't know what that even means, said Celia. Well, whenever I have to work 15 hours, I may not go to the gym. You told me that you do. Now you've changed your mind. I'm not changing my mind, said our man, rapidly changing his mind. Yes, you are, said Celia, because she screenshotted the bit where she'd said, how long do you spend in the gym before you go to work on those days? And he'd said 2 hours. Yes, you should know that I can skip the gym sometimes. You should know that isn't what you said when I asked you, said Celia. Stop making stupid excuses. Are you in the gym now? No. Okay, I'm in my room. That's rude, he said, in reply to her saying, stop making stupid excuses. It's true, she said. You mean you're in bed? Yes. Then why aren't you asleep? I just got up a few minutes to use the restroom, and your text came in. Okay, she said. So why did you say this? Because this days I'm on night duties, or do night duties include a good 8 hours sleep? OMG, I'm talking about the 3 days I work 15 hours. OMG, so we're back to, can you add 15 plus 2 plus 8? Can you? Or isn't your maths good enough for that? I realise that as an IT specialist, you only need to be able to add 1 and 0. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't understand that bit, that's 1 and 0 is the binary system that computers work on. I think you don't believe whatever I say, said our man, beginning to realise that he'd been rumbled. Because you keep changing your story? I'm not changing my story. I'm wondering which bits are the truth and which bits you say because you think it's impressive. And you still haven't told me what you get if you had 15 plus 2 plus 8. So I assume your maths isn't good enough for that. Well, if you don't believe me, then it's fine. 25 hours, he said, finally managing to access the calculator on his phone. Awesome, said Celia. I know what I'm saying, said our man, who had no idea what he was talking about. And in reply to him saying, well, if you don't believe me, then it's fine, she said all that stuff about living in Houston with your ex-wife for however many years you said it was. What's up with that? Is that a lie too, he asked. When did you leave Houston, she asked. Did you move to LA from there? Because you seem to know me more than I do, he said. I told you, 2 years ago. Yes, you did, she said. And you also told me you moved to LA from Jamaica 2 years ago. You do know that LA is in the USA, not Jamaica. I told you 20 years ago. Anyway, she said, after work, when you've worked out which bits of your story are true and which bits were lies because you thought they were impressive, you can type it here and I'll read it later. You said 2 years, she said, in reply to him saying I told you 20 years ago. I have to go now. And I went off to a coffee morning. That's not what I said, he said. If you ain't comfortable with me, then you can stop talking to me now. Who was I talking to here then, said Celia, sending him this soundbite from the first conversation.
Not really. I've been here for like a couple of years.
All right. And where were you living before that?
Yeah, I've been living in Jamaica.
All right. Okay. Celia added underneath, my phone automatically records all my calls. Our man tied himself up in knots. But you said 2 years. Exactly, said Celia. You said you came from Jamaica 2 years ago. Now you're saying 20 years. One is true, one is a lie to impress me. Which is it? And I want a straight answer, please, not another load of excuses. 20 years ago, he said. I got no reason to lie. So you lied in that call, then? The more you claim you didn't, the less respect I have for you. You know what? Do whatever you like, he said. I assume that means you did lie, and you're too cowardly to explain why, which is a shame. I thought I'd met a proper gentleman. I never lied about nothing, said our man, who simply didn't know what he was talking about. Even you must realise that 2 years and 20 years aren't the same, although we already know maths isn't your good subject. I never said 2 years, he said. So she sent him the soundbite again. I assume I was talking to someone else in that clip, not you. I used the word wrongly, he said. So you admit you lied. What do you mean, lied? Lie, she replied, equals say something that isn't true. I didn't lie, only used the incorrect word. And then consistently and persistently tried to tell me you didn't. You lied, she said, so please apologise properly, like a real man. And which word was incorrect? So he sent her this little soundbite.
What do you mean by I lied? Yeah, I use an inappropriate word doesn't mean I lied. But I'm going to apologize to you, okay? I'm sorry, but it's not like I lied to you by using an inappropriate word.
You'd apologise, she said, because you lied. You lied when you persistently claimed you didn't say 2 years, when you did say 2 years. So telling me you didn't was a lie. Now tell me which word you used incorrectly, please. Okay, I apologise. Now tell me which word you used incorrectly, please. Which word was incorrect, she said, pasting where he'd said I didn't lie, only used the incorrect word. Couple of years, he said. No, she said, listen to that clip I sent and tell me which word was incorrect. Here it is again, to help you.
Not really. I've been here for like a couple of years.
All right. And where were you living before that?
Yeah, I've been living in Jamaica.
All right. Okay. He tried again. I was in Jamaica before I moved to Houston 20 years ago. Yes, Cecilia, that doesn't answer my question. Which word was incorrect? Which word did you use incorrectly? Ma'am, I just told you. No, you did not. Listen to that clip. I used the word couple of years. Okay, tell me if you know. So you're telling me now that you haven't been in LA for a couple of years. How long have you been in LA? 3 years, he tried. Because it's impossible to talk to someone that is a pathological and persistent liar. So feel free to stop talking to me then, he said. You can't just call me names because I used a wrong word. Okay? You lied, persistently, said Celia. Goodbye. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're talking to someone online and this happens to you, they keep changing their story, then you know you're talking to a scammer. The reason their story keeps changing is because they simply don't remember which lies they've told and what they've said. And often you're talking to more than one person who simply doesn't know what their mate actually said. Okay, you ain't perfect, he said. I don't lie, said Celia, persistently, then pretend I haven't and expect the person I'm talking to not to notice. Okay, what other lie did I tell you? Celia filled him in, although she missed some out. That you've been in LA for 2 years, then 3. That you didn't tell me you came from Jamaica 2 years ago. That you came from Jamaica 2 years ago. That you came 20 years ago. You're just mixing things up, he said, as they always do when they've been caught out. You see, you're still lying and trying to wriggle out of it, she said. Lying again? What do you want? You to tell me the truth, whatever that really is, and to stop trying to pretend that you haven't. I can't decide if you're just stupid or a pathological liar who thinks they're being impressive. Because the problem with lying is that you have to remember what you said, and clearly you can't. Hey, don't be rude. Maybe you could talk to my son or his partner and try to explain to them who you are, what you do, how many hours there are in a day, and where you really live. Because that was another lie, wasn't it? That you go to the gym for 2 hours on the days when you work 15 hours. Another lie you tried to wriggle out of, because you thought it sounded impressive. I'm not interested in talking to you or your son, he said. Goodbye then, said Celia. You can get lost. He said, you ain't worth my time, ma'am. Please feel free to talk to yourself from now on, said Celia. So our man did for a little while. You can off, okay, he said. And please kindly remove yourself. You think you're better. I'm blocking your ass off my page, he said, and disappeared. I hope you enjoyed this tale. A totally incompetent scammer who originally I thought might be quite good, but as I said at the beginning of the first episode, the only reason I thought that was because I was playing Celia, so I was trying to have a proper conversation with him. As you can tell, it failed. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, you know what to do. Please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.